The second thing is, if something small falls into water, falls into small quantity, and it is hard to avoid it. For example, people take their animals to the well, their goats, their camels, their, people take all the animals to the well to get them, give them water. Now, it must be that sometime, when the droppings of the goat, a piece or two, it ends up into water well. You can imagine if hundreds of animals are visiting the well daily, and in and around the well there is probably a lot of goat droppings, and you take the container out and put on the floor and back in, there are chances of them ending up into the water or not? There are definitely chances. So they say something little, one or two, it doesn't matter, even though they consider it najas. Using another rule, because what will Maliki say to Hanafis? They will say, well, we have been telling you all the time that if the quality and the smell and color doesn't change, it doesn't matter, right? Or you were saying even if a drop of alcohol or drop of blood or a drop of urine falls into it and then it is unusable. Now you are saying if little bit goes in, it's fine. The reason being, and again, the Shafi'is and the Hanbalis would say, well, we told you if it's more than 2 qullas, it doesn't matter. It is not that the Hanafis have now changed their view. They use the ruling when something is not avoidable. For example, all madhahib agreed, if there is a pond and there are leaves and there are sand and mud and stems and whatever in it, the things naturally occur, you can't avoid. They say that does not make the water dirty. Alright, so as they say, this will not make the water dirty because it's unavoidable. It's very difficult. Some said 1 or 2 doesn't matter. Some said if it's a lot, so much so that you cannot take a bucket out unless you find at least 1 in each bucket. They say there's so much in there that you cannot take a bucket out, but that you will always have at least 1 in a bucket. Then that's too much. Less than that, they say it's okay. Some said 1 or 2 is okay. Some said 3 is too much. The other Hanafis, they say, no, well, even 1/3 of it is full is okay. So, because it's unavoidable. But if it's little bit, it's definitely okay in the madhab. In all madhab, it won't be a problem. And if it's because it's naturally occurring scenario, you can't do much. In cities, you have they put something on top of the well to cover it. They put some weight on it. But in forests and in valleys, in public, the wells which are in public use and use of the travelers, they are usually open. They are away from the cities. And who is going to lock and unlock for the people, and people are using all the time? So in that case, if it's such a well, they say it is something unavoidable. So 1 or 2, what do they call it, pellets? 1 or 2 pellets will be fine. Okay. Some Hanafis say it is excused in the forest, but not excused in the city. They say if it's in the city, well, it can be managed. Then in the city, little bit will make it dirty, the water dirty. But if it's in a place where it's unavoidable, then it should be excused. Okay.